Hello and welcome. It's Emma from the Swift Quilting Company. Hello, good evening. I hope everybody is okay. Just going to wait till everybody catches up and joins me. Again, if hopefully the internet will work with us tonight and there'll be no disruptions. But if I do go away, just remember, just refresh that live stream and I'll be back again. So hi guys. Had some questions tonight, some popping up about the speedy flying geese. Oh, hi Joan, hi Belinda. So yes, the questions about the speedy flying geese having a little step at the top here. So I thought I would go ahead and address that first. Oh, hi Sharon. So I want to show you, I've got all four right here that I did last week. Hi Brenda. And I was just looking at them over again, and you can see three of the four, I've just trimmed off that top bit at the top, are perfectly fine. So they're all, maybe an eighth of an inch out at the top there. Most of those are all good. This one, however, I haven't trimmed the top, but you can see right there, if I show it against my top, it's maybe a good eighth of an inch out. Now I'm looking at it, and I'm going to trim that top piece off anyway, so we could see a bit clearer. And what's happened is this seam allowance on this side, it doesn't look like it was fully opened up. So what's happened is when this seam has been sewn over the top, this has been caught a little bit short because there's a little bit of a fold in here. Now I don't know if that's what you're experiencing. Oh, hi Irene, hi Dawn, hi Ellen, hi Libby. Sorry, I'm not always paying attention to the comments. I will try and keep up with everybody. So if that's happening to you, double check that is open. Or if you're still having trouble, if you can send me a picture of every step that you're doing. So I thought I would do it again and see what happens. So I've started on my other colourway. So this is my London colourway. This is my Tallington colourway. Oh, hi Libby, hi Viv. And you can see I put it on that light, I've sewn directly across those lines, my first two squares. And they overlap a little bit in the middle. That's fine. Now I'm going to cut from corner to corner, my 1/4 inch straight down the middle. So if I show you, just using my scissors, you can use a ruler and a rotary cutter. There we go. Now this is a bit that you need to make sure you press that seam allowance really well. Maybe even using a little bit of spray starch or best press, a little bit of that, just to make sure that seam stays open. We'll give it a good roller. Sorry, I'm losing my throat again. Hi Jeanette. So I've got it really well pressed over. Now I'm going to do my square directly over the top like that. Hi Lorraine, hi Sarah, hi Elizabeth. So matching it up just like that. See what happens. There we go. So I've sewn both of those, and I'll show you a little bit closer. What you should be seeing is, you see that sew line that I marked, that should be directly in line, if I use my little jack, with this edge. So that line will match up to this edge. So you'll literally be straight in that corner is where your stitches should start and end, and the same on this side. and that all gives you that accurate bit at the top. So you need to make sure that you're sewing directly into that little V. Right at the bottom of that V is where you need to start and stop. If it's not quite matching up there, just make sure to give it another little press it open. Oh, hi Pam. What was happening? Loving how this group has grown big, over 90 members. I know, right? Yeah, I'm loving it. I really am. I'm really glad. Oh, Helen, hi Helen. Helen says, hope we can get lots of quilts with Festival of Quilts. Yes. Oh, wouldn't that be amazing? Yeah, so I started the application, just to let you know. So I need to finish that and put that in for next year. So I need to think of my words, basically. There's a lot of description to put in. So I started it. I'm like, oh, this is not for right this minute. So I need to process that a little bit. Oh, before I cut that, let me show you how that came out. So you can see right across the top, that matched really well. And this one, hopefully, will be the same. Yeah, it is. There we go. So if you are having that problem at the top with the stepwise, just make sure that those seam allowances are really well pressed open before you sew on your second square. So that's that. Oh, hi Maggie. Right, so I'm not going to do the other one at the moment. What I want to show you before we go on to the tessellation is my London. I'm all caught up right up until today. I'm so proud of myself. I need to do the other one, but London is all caught up. So this is what I've done so far. And this is how I am attaching them. So I've already done these sides. So if I fold this over, you'll get an idea of how I did it. So I have a 6.5 inch square in the middle, and then to that I added a strip with 4 flying geese on the top and 4 on the bottom, just like that. And then my other strip I added on just like that, which looks exactly like this. Now, I don't know how you guys are organizing yourself for getting these on, but I had to undo this probably about 5 times before I worked out which days should go where and in what order I needed to attach it, because you can see these are going sideways, but these are all going down. That, I have to admit, did take me a little bit of figuring out. So there was a little bit of unpicking going on here, but I finally did it. So this one, I have taken it off. Oh, it's here. It's taken it off, but it's here. Is my day 1. Right. So that's my day 1. And mine are going, so 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way around to this was today's right here. This is the last one for today. But it's a little bit tricky when you get to this point, because it's trying to work out how many flying geese, because I had them all in a strip to begin with. Oh, hi Jessie. Hi Patricia. Had them all in a strip, and I thought, oh, I'll just unpick the ones I need to and then attach them on. Well, I did that, and then I realized, oh, I attached between the wrong days, and then I had to resew those and yeah. Anyway, long story short, this is what you end up with. So this goes onto here, and we'll do that right now. Where it's important to match, because you don't want to lose your points, will be in the corners right here where you're attaching onto your square, and you don't want to lose your points on the edges either. There we go. If you can, if it works out, like right here it is, you can nest your seams, which means your seams go in different directions. So this one's going this way, this one is going this way, and where they meet in the middle, they will actually keep each other from sliding past each other. So if you can nest your seams, that really helps to keep those accurate points as well. Oh, hi Edna. Hi Fran. Let's see. Oh, I didn't get it on the other side, the other way. is not, they're both going the same way. So that's going to be a little bit, not impossible, but I'm going to have to be careful on that corner not to lose anything. So there we go. Just like that. Now again, when I sew them, it's not ideal. Oh, actually no, I'll do it this way. I was thinking there's a point there, so I would rather sew across that on the top bit. But I've got more bits to match here, and all of my seam allowances are going this way, which I prefer to put my sewing machine, having it going this way than having it go this way so that it runs across the seam allowances. It just helps to keep them a little bit flatter. So this way. There we go. Sorry, this bit's going to be a bit boring. It's just me doing a seam, but moment of truth. Let's see who I've missed. Oh, hi Laurie. Oh, and hi Dawn again. Glad it was just me I'm picking. Yeah, no, there was a lot of time spent with Jack, a lot of quality time with Jack spent the other night when I was doing it. So let's see, how did that do? So yeah, so I've got my point there. Still, I haven't lost that one. Points in the corners are still there. Points in the corners are still there. Yeah, not bad. So I see right here, I could get it a little bit closer. So you can see right here, there's a little bit of a gap, but I prefer to have a gap than it being, the corners being lost, because in the scheme of things, yeah, so I'm going to call that good. So that's my middle square. Done. And then next week, what I'll do is I'll show attaching the binding, because there was somebody who was asking about attaching binding. So we'll do that next time. Although, not binding, sashing. Oh, hi Enid, hi Pam, hi Lorraine, hi Jenny, hi Pat. Yeah, so next week we'll do sashing. A sashing of a type with this, because it's more borders, because you've got borders in between rows, than sashing. So if it was sashing, it would just be, yeah, a strip here and a strip here, and then long strips are going across. But we'll get to that. We've got plenty of time. We've got a whole year, so we'll get to that, don't worry. So that's that whip. Now, should we talk about tessellations? Give me a thumbs up if you're ready, or if you have any questions about flying geese, because we can talk a little bit more about flying geese, but I kind of wanted to go into the tessellation. So just let me know. More flying geese, or is everybody ready to move on? I don't see anybody saying anything. Okay, we'll move on. So, what is a tessellation? Well, yeah, you probably already see one. This is the one that I've done. This is a miniature version of the one that I've done. Tessellation is basically an interlocking pattern. So MC Escher was famous for drawing tessellations. So I wanted to show you how to make your own. Now, this pattern will be available at some point to buy. So with the bird, I might do it in the small, it'll definitely be in a larger one. So the larger one comes up at about 36 inches square, like the finished wall hanging is 36 inches square. But the bird is a little bit bigger than this. Now this was a block that I made for, I think it was the, yeah, it was the 100-year anniversary of World War One, the end of World War One. So yeah, so that's why it's got poppies in the background and then white over the top. I thought that'd be nice. That's just a 12-inch one. Oh, hi Jackie. Oh, thank you. Loving this demo. Getting in the mood for my next class. Oh yeah. Good, good, good. That will be coming up soon. So, how do you make one of those? It looks complicated, but it is really super easy. So what you do is you start off with a square of cardboard. Doesn't matter what size it is. I've just gone for a 4-inch square. Now, I'm pretty sure my original bird, my bigger bird, is based on a 4-inch square. So you start off with a 4-inch square. It's just cardboard. I actually raided the pantry, and I emptied my bags of Paxo out of stuffing out of this so I could get to the box itself. But cereal boxes work really well. Anything that, you know, isn't too thick card works really well for this. So take your card now, and then you draw any pattern that you want. It's any sort of shape that you want. You're going to draw it into your card on the bottom and on the side. Now with the bird, obviously I drew it out so that it would turn into a bird. If you want it to actually turn into a pattern, you do have to be really careful or be considerate of what sort of shapes that you're drawing in order to represent whatever you want. So I'm just going to do some random shapes. So if we do kind of similar, let's see if I can get similar to the bird. So we'll try that, and then this way it comes out from what I remember. So it'll come down. Okay, it's not an exact representation. It's very close. Very roughly done. Ooh, and I've got my paper scissors, not my fabric scissors. So this is a shape I've drawn. You can see I've drawn a shape going into the card on this side and a shape coming into the card on this side. Now what we need to do is cut those out. So just on the line. It looks more like a shark's fin than a bird wing, but we'll see. So I've cut out my bottom bit. Now what I do with the bit that I've cut out is I'm going to put that, tape it to exactly the same spot where it came out of. So I actually drew it in pretty much from the corner. So I'm going to attach it pretty much to the corner. You want them to be exactly aligned. So now is when I was wishing that I had remembered to bring my sellotape upstairs, but good old trusty pin. We'll see if a pin will work. It might. It might. Ooh, there we go. Ah. Sorry. Okay. Get in there, get in there. Close enough. Okay, there we go. So normally I would sellotape that on, but that's where you take your shape that's taken out of here and you add it to your top. Now we're going to do the same thing from here. My poor, yeah, it is a bit sickly bird. There we go. And again, it's right from the corner. It makes it easy to match it up on the other side. Oh, look what I'm doing. Don't tell him downstairs I just did that. Oh. Uh-oh. Oh. Hi, Laurie. Oh, beautiful. Reminds me of a red cardinal. Yeah, I love it. I miss red cardinals, I have to admit. Hi, Diamond. Hi, Emma. I really struggle with knowing which way to press seams, and so I generally press my seams open. Is there really a right and wrong way? Sorry to interrupt you. No, there's not really a right or wrong way. The reason, from a structural point of view of a quilt, The reason that we press to one side, so that all the seams are to one side, is that there's less stress on the stitches then. There's my bit. So there's a little bit less stress on the stitches, a little bit more reinforcement on the back. If you press it open, the only thing keeping those two pieces of fabric together are those stitches in the middle. Now, of course, you'll get quilted, so there will be some more structural stability that goes into the quilt. But if I show you this side, if I press it open, if you think, when I pull those seams apart, the only thing keeping those two pieces of fabric together without there being a hole in the middle is that piece of thread. Whereas if it's pressed to one side and you pull on it, even if that fabric, that thread does break or give way, you're not actually going to see a hole all the way through. So it does help with the stability. Which way to press, dark or... I tend to press to the way that, one, it tends to want to go, or the way that it looks better. So that's one of the tricks about quilting, is when you press your seams, when you put a block together and you get to a point where you press your seams one way or the other, you will find... Where's my other block gone? Oh, it's under here. Depending on which way you press, your seams might align, your corners might align better one way or the other. So if there is a bit like that, where if I press it one way, it looks out. If I press it the other way, it looks like it matches. I'll press it the other way so that it looks like it matches. So that's one of the tricks. But that's the reason. There's no right or wrong way, but that's, in theory, the reason why we press to the side is for some more structural strength in the quilt. Sorry, I'm just going to scroll back because I've been missing you guys'. Okay, yeah, those were my fabric scissors. Shh, don't tell anybody. Hi, Christina. Yeah, you saw that. Yeah, everybody saw. Oh, well. Oh, is your craft room as tidy as it looks? No, it's not. No, we all just stay this bit is good. Yeah. Yeah, when I do in a project as a tip, I call it a creative area. Yeah, it's very much a creative area. At some point, it will all get organised, but yeah, at the moment, it's just, I'm too busy creating in it. So yeah. Yes, Fran, thank you. Wrong scissors. Okay, I'm going to put these away while I am playing around with cardboard. These are the ones. Sorry. I know, I'm bad. Oh, Jeanette, my dining room is my sewing area and is often a tip. Yeah. I do migrate down to the dining room as well. Yeah, it has, yeah. So at the moment, my machine is up in its rightful place. So all of my sewing is being done here right now, but cutting out different things, a lot of it happens in front of the telly on the floor. So yeah. Oh, Helen. Oh, mine needs a big tidy. I've still got Christmas fabric out. Ooh, bits everywhere. Well, that just means that you're early for next year. You're way ahead of the game. Christmas, yeah, get it done now. Yeah. Oh, hi Vera. Oh, just started to watch this. Oh, I've missed the beginning. Oh, okay. No worries, Vera. You can either go back when I'm done. Go back on Facebook and have a look, or at some point tonight it'll be on YouTube, on the YouTube channel as well, so everybody can catch up. Right. Oh yeah, back to our tessellation. Now we've had the drama of the scissors. So this is that one, and I've just taken this, which is a semblance of a head and body from this side. Now that needs to go here, so I'm going to have to fuss again with some, yeah, it should look something like that. That's a tessellation. So super easy to do, and you can make any pattern that you want. You could be creative and do a fish if you wanted to make it look like a fish, or you do completely abstract, so you could just any kind of shape. Yeah. Here we go. Is it going to stay? Is it going to stay? Kind of. So normally, yeah. So you'd want to sellotape this all together. Now, once it's all sellotaped, I quite like to use these patterns as they are, because you can still see where your original square was, which is important because you still have 1, 2, 3, 4 points on your pattern, because you need that for reference. What I then do, and I'll probably go over this again next week, or I've actually uploaded onto the YouTube channel the demo that I did for the sewing quarter, where I did my tessellated pattern. If you look for it, I think it's called Emma Bradford Demonstrates Her Own Designs. There's 2 on there. One is the Tessellation and the other one is the Hawaiian Applique. So they're both on there. So in order to make this quilt, and again the instructions will be available at some point so you'll have the same template that I used, so if you don't want to make your own. I did just 2 layers of fabric, a dark and a light, Bondaweb together. Now it's important that you use Bondaweb. I don't usually stick to one particular brand, but for this job you really do need Bondaweb. The reason that you need Bondaweb rather than, I think it's the Heat and Bond, is that Bondaweb, it doesn't stick quite as well as Heat and Bond, which is what you want for this project. Now if you want a project where you're going to have applique and you want, once it's bonded down, you don't want it to move at all, then yeah, Heat and Bond is perfect. But for this one, you actually want to be able to peel off the Bondaweb even after it's stuck, and the Bondaweb is pretty good for that. Oh, before I go on, I think I'm missing some questions. Let's see. Let me go back. Oh, we got Christmas. There we go. Oh, Diamond Lordy Emma. I sent you my bird pond quilt today. Oh, the seams are pressed open. It'll be perfect. It'll be fine. It'll be perfect. And well, yeah, we'll talk about that. Christina. Oh, I don't have separate fabric scissors. Eek. Just denim scissors that cut everything and packs away from the freezer. Yeah. You know what? I did have those Fiskars ones, which are pretty good, but for my beginner quilters, I always say, actually, if you just buy one of those packs, like from QD or something, which is like, what, are they like £3 or something for a number of scissors? So you get like 3 scissors in a pack. If you just use those for your fabric and nothing else, they're just as good as using the Fiskars sometimes. As long as you've got a pair that is set aside for fabric, then you're golden. Oh, yeah, I've never actually done it, but the first time I've done it, it's on camera, so it's caught for posterity. Yay! Yeah, I'm usually moaning at the other people. Actually, I'll show you my scissors. Oh, it's rubbed off, but I had my name written on my scissors. Not because when I went to quilt groups I wanted to know what was mine, but so that when they're in the house, the other people who live in the house know that these are Emma's scissors and you best not touch them for anything else. That's why they're there. So, oh, hi Mandy. Let's see. Hi Wendy. Hi Joanne. Oh, is that on your YouTube channel? Yes, it's on the Swift Quilting YouTube channel. So the tessellation pattern, and I've been slowly uploading all of my sewing quarter demos onto there. So if there's anything that I've done that you want to go back to, they'll all be on there at some point. There's quite a few on there at the moment. Hi Pam. Oh, is that where you yeah. So Pam Lawrence says, is that where you ironed the friction pen with John? Yes. So my first demo, I don't know if it's the one that's on there or not. I had a nice white sheet of fabric that I had marked all of my pattern on with a friction pen. So a friction pen, if you don't know, when you heat it, the lines go away, they disappear. So yeah, so I had marked it all on. I had my Bondaweb on the back, but it wasn't stuck to the other fabric yet. I thought, oh, I'll get all this done first and it'll be, you know, it'll be fine. It'll save me some time when I'm on air. And then I'm like, oh, I got on air and I'm like, oh, but I haven't Bondawebbed the 2 fabrics together yet. And I'm going to lose all of my friction pen because I just did all my friction pen and now I've got to iron it again. So yeah, that was fun times. Yep. Oh, oh, thank you. I had it done. Had my hair done. Christina says my hair looks lovely. Thanks. Yeah, that's Leanne. Leanne in Toft. Oh my God. She's been my hairdresser for the last 9 years, and I think we've gone through quite a few styles and a few colours. So yeah, she's the best. Hi Jackie. Sorry Emma. Someone was rude enough to ring the house. I missed a bit. Is the applique onto the block? It is. Let's see. I'm trying to think, Jackie. You didn't come. I'm sorry. I'm just musing because there is a technique which is very similar. So on the YouTube, going back to the YouTube video that is online where I do both of my quilts. One is the Hawaiian Applique and one is this one. Both of them are just 2-color quilts. And I also have some Hawaiian Applique patterns in my shop that I've run workshops on, which are just 2-color quilts like this, 2 fabric quilts. For this one, it's a little bit more involved. This is a technique that came out of my brain completely. So I'll show you next week, I promise, the whole thing. But it is a background fabric, a top fabric which has bonder web applied to it. You then bonder web both of the fabrics together. You mark your pattern all over, and then you quilt. Before you do anything, you quilt about 1/8 of an inch in. You can see I've hand quilted this. Let me see where's a good place to see. I've done it in white because I didn't want my stitches to show. You can see I've hand quilted it about 1/8 of an inch in my shape. So where this cut line is, it's completely raw edge. You can see where it's fraying a little bit. That's a completely raw edge. That edge will be where I marked my pattern with the friction pen. Yeah. Oh, sorry, I'm missing your comments. Because I really love to read your comments. Oh yeah, that was okay, Vera. So glad and catch up on YouTube. We'll hopefully be starting my sewing. Oh yes. So my day, so I can find details on Friday. Yes, good. Oh, lovely to see you again, Vera. Pamela made me giggle when that happened. yeah, that was one of my. Oh, yeah, and John, you know John. He's like a dog with a bone. If you make any mistakes, it's like he never lets you forget them. My nan was like that. Oh no! Where have you guys gone? Oh, there you are. Oh, I thought you'd gone away. Oh, good hairdressers are stars. Yes, I love mine. And thankfully she's a few years younger than me, so I'm pretty sure she's going to be my hairdresser for a very long time to come. And yeah, yes, I'm never going to change. I don't know what I'll do if I have to change hairdressers. I just can't bear thinking about it. Elizabeth, I know now why I missed your broadcast. It's because Emma. Oh, this is the time we. Oh, eat on a Friday night. Oh, I'm sorry. So please say hello, John. Oh, hello, John boy. I'm on the dining room table at his insistence. Yeah. I hope it's something nice. Hope you're having something nice for Friday tea. We had fish and chip. Well, Hobie had fish and chips. I had fish and veggies because that was good. Because yeah, I need to do something different. So yeah. Anyway, back to the tessellation now. So you quilt. You can either hand quilt or you can machine quilt, or like the free motion quilt. I wasn't quite as proficient on that when I did this. I think even now I would struggle to get an even 1/8 of an inch all the way around doing free motion quilting. Might be able to do it with just my walking foot and just going very slowly like I've done on the Hardcastle quilts before. But hand quilt the whole thing, and then I don't have my scissors here, do I? No. You need a very small pair of very sharp fabric scissors, and then what you do, starting at an edge, you very slowly work. Actually, I used an awl like this, very gently. Work your way underneath the bonder web in between the two fabrics to lift it up, and then you very carefully with that sharp pair of scissors cut on your mark line. So 1/8 of an inch from your quilting line, on that mark line, you cut all your fabric, your top fabric, away, because, oh, this is the part I forgot to say, you only quilt every other bird. You don't do the red ones. So the red ones that you see, they're not quilted at all. That is just where I have cut away the fabric to reveal the red colour underneath. So yeah, but I'll try and, I've got some leftover demo, I think, here somewhere, so I can show you next week the quilting and then the cutting away. But it is all on the YouTube video, so you'll be able to see some of that on there too. Oh, Diamond is asking, what scissors did I use? Duckbills. I didn't use duckbills because you can see right here, there's some really tight spots you have to get into. So if I had them, I don't have them here. The ones I normally use are a pair of sort of 13cm Fiskars, so with the orange handle, and they literally have a pointy tip at the end. But I've got some pointy ones somewhere that I use on my machine for snipping threads. I'll have to, I don't have them handy, I'll have to post a picture when I find them, what they are. But they were, and they're the same ones, I will have used the same ones on the sewing quarter demonstration, so you'll be able to see them there for sure, what it is. Oh, hi Mum! Hi Mum! Yeah, so that's a tessellation. Is there anything else that you want to ask me tonight? Or anything that you want to see for next week on top of a bit of a tessellation quilting demo? Just let me know. Send me any questions, because I think that's it. Oh, and I don't suppose anybody went and tried and had a look at their flying geese to see if that was a problem with them, with their stepwise, whether it was not opened up all the way. Oh, hi Elizabeth. I didn't leave my internet. Oh, internet crashed. It's a really busy time on here. Oh, so well, oh, you'll be okay. I know we haven't crashed yet. Fingers crossed. So Hubby must be paying heed and not playing his, you know, video games online this time. He got told off last time. Well, I told him I blamed him for it. He said, "Oh, I didn't do it." I'm like, yeah, all right. I think you did. Oh, hi Brenda. Oh, is the method like reverse applique? Kind of. Only insofar as that you, well, so reverse applique, for those who don't know, is where you have two fabrics, one on top of the other. Typically, what it is, oh, I can show you, because I've got, let me take it out. I have my Hawaiian one right here. And the middle of this is reverse applique. So, this is the one I did. These edges are just regular needle turn applique, all the way around the edge. So that was one whole piece of fabric that was needle turned applique. But the bit in the middle, if I can show you, maybe it's a bit close. This bit, I needle turned it under. So this was a whole green piece of fabric. And then I cut out, but probably where you see that quilting line, my green fabric was probably cut to about there, and then it was turned underneath. So it was reverse appliqued so that you could see the white underneath of it, basically. That's reverse needle applique. Well, this one, it's kind of the same effect, but it's a lot easier to do, because there's no, it's all raw edges. There's no needle turn at all. So it's, yeah, I don't know what you'd call it. It's kind of reverse applique, but maybe raw edge applique? Reverse raw edge applique. Yeah, I think we'll go for that, because it's just, and it's quilted all the way through. So I haven't just appliqued it down. So I haven't just appliqued the red and the white together. I just quilted through the whole thing, so the whole thing was done at the same time. Oh, I'm missing some of your comments now. Sorry. Oh, okay. Are you on John Scott's channel? Perhaps. That might happen. We'll see. Yeah, I'll let you know. We're talking. Helen, I pressed really well on my block, so going to try again. Okay. Yeah, let me know how that goes. The other thing, Helen, if you can, send me a picture of every stage. So that first one, when your block, your 2 squares are sewn onto your block, what that looks like. And then once you're to this stage, what that looks like. And then when you press this open and you sew your other ones on, before you cut them apart, where's my, oh, it's here. Yeah, so when you sew that one on, show me, especially this part right here, because that line should match up to that V, that bit in the corner. So let me know, see how that goes. Okay. Oh, go back. Oh, Jackie, when is the attic window class, please? I've got one scheduled for middle of February. However, it's fully booked at the moment. So I might schedule another one in April, possibly. But if you want the attic windows fabric or the attic windows kit, I definitely suggest ordering it now or buying it now online, because I don't know if I'll be getting more in. So I've got 2 bolts at the moment that came in today of each colour. So for those who don't know what we're talking about, I did an attic windows quilt using some Robert Kaufman fabric for the sewing quarter. They were nice enough to let us do, well, all the designers were asked if they wanted to do a hour promo, and so a lot of us took them up on that. And the demonstration that I did was the attic windows, and so the fabric had sold out because I only had 1 bolt of each colour, and it sold out really quickly once that demo started airing. But I've now got 2 more bolts of each colour, so it's in periwinkle, which is a lovely mauvey wintry colour, and I've also got it in the taupe and gold, which is a really nice autumny warm colour. So if you want it, I recommend you ordering it online now, because I can't guarantee that I'll be getting more. So yeah, that's that. Belinda, oh, did you not mind your lines around your squares are in 6s as there's 7 days? Oh, what have you done with the other days? As now your squares don't represent a month, just asking. So I wasn't really thinking about it being a week. What I've worked out, and I don't think I've got my book where I worked it out, was more to do with how many flying geese did I need per round. So the one that I'm doing is not, I'm not going to have lots of blocks like this. So the next lot will be, I'm going to have a little bit of a border, so a 1.5 inch border, which means I'll cut my strips to 2 inches. So I'm going to have a 1 inch border all the way around, and then all the way around that I'm going to have another set of flying geese. So the maths that I worked out was really around how many flying geese do I need per round in order for it to all fit together correctly, or as close to 365 days as possible. So I based it more on that than it being a month, because I wasn't really working on that. Now the other one, because that's the London one, the Tallington one, I will do them just in strips, and those strips will represent 1 month. So I'll have 12 strips going across, and each strip will represent a month. And what I'll probably do is have them uneven at the top, but we'll see when we get to putting those together. So yeah. Right, Carol Holt. Hi everyone. Just managed to join, babysitting granddaughter. He won't go to sleep as I've given up. We'll have to catch up later. Yeah, it'll all be online. Well, good luck with that. I know exactly how it goes with putting, yeah, grandchildren to sleep. Yeah, you just have to go with the flow. Hi Maggie. Oh, I've been thick here, Emma, but can you explain what reverse needle applique means? I think that will have to be another time, another demo. Just because the whole needle turn is one thing, and then reverse needle turn is a completely, it's all, well, not all, it's very often seen in Hawaiian Applique, which is what this is an example of. but in the pattern that I made. Yeah, I really like Hawaiian applique. If you Google Hawaiian applique or go on Pinterest and look at Hawaiian applique, there's some gorgeous patterns. I love it. It's really nice. Oh, hi Barbara, if you're still there, hi. Joanne, hi Joanne. Your flying geese look like only 6. Are you doing a 6-day week or does, yeah. That's what I talked about. Yeah, there are only 6 going around, but that's only because that's the middle square, and that's all I needed to make that round. The next one will have more geese, but it won't represent a week or a month or anything like that. I'm just going to do all of my geese all random. Well, not random, because they'll be in order, but they won't be representative of weeks or months or anything like that. Hi Elizabeth, can't imagine you not on John Scott's Sewing World. He loved your time to get, yeah, I love John. He's great. Well, we'll see what happens. We'll see. Watch your space, as they say. Oh, hi Helen, I've sourced one of your rulers. Oh, and they're from my shop, so off there tomorrow. I've been stitching. Yeah, I'm still looking. I know you can get them. I mean, I got mine from Hobbycraft, I'll be honest. But I still want to stock them because I do believe in these, and I will only stock something that I believe in. So I'm still going to be on the hunt out. So if anybody does want one, I'm hoping I will get them. But yeah, might be able to find some at Hobbycraft. Oh, hi Jeanette, ordered the kit. Good, good, good. Perfect. Oh, hi Sally Ann, welcome. Pam. Yeah. Oh, I didn't know that. Sally Ann's a Bristolian. I like that area. It's nice. It's nice. Yeah. Hi, Sally Ann. So that's pretty much it. For next week, you'll have to send me your notes, but I'm thinking you're liking the, well, I can do a little bit of reverse applique when we do a little bit of this. So I can show you what this is with the quilting and the cutting out. And then at the same time, I'll be able to show you how you'd want to do it if you wanted to do needle turn applique. Although with these sharp points, it's not the easiest to do with needle turn, but it's doable. You can do it. So, okay. Well, thank you so much for watching, and hopefully that's been useful for you. And I will see you next week, and take care. Bye-bye.